Well, these guys are here today delivering that because silly me, back in 2023, bought a brand new fridge, an LG. P.S. Thanks, LG. Anyways, well, there's the door. Meh. Yeah, so there's the old one. Yep. Yeah, so here you can see when I bought it, right? Right at my birthday. Wasn't that? I remember that. Yeah, back in 2022. Here's your frickin' birthday present. You got to buy a new fridge. Yeah, that's what I paid for this turd. Plus another $100 to have a technician come out to tell me that the compressor had failed. You know, the one that's supposed to last 25 plus years. Like a normal fridge normally would. And this is how far we made it. Yeah, see, right there. Had to buy this new, and I went with a Whirlpool this time. And, look familiar? And here's that. Slightly different, but pretty much the same thing. Last fridge I bought was like back in 2006. It was a GE Profile, black one. I started having issues with it. So, in 2022, it quit on me like 2 or 3 times that summer. So I said, that's enough. I went and bought the brand new LG. Took the GE down to the barn, completely tore it apart, cleaned every nook, cranny, and orifice, put it all back together, plugged it in, didn't miss a beat. Ended up selling that to my friend for like $400. And to this day, far as I know, it's still working. Then some of you might remember the fridge that I had at the cottage that was built back in 1967. That was a Sears house. Everything in that house was from Sears Roebuck and Company, including the house. Had the avocado fridge, the avocado range hood, the avocado stove, blah, 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 blah. Even the frickin' medicine cabinet had Sears Roebuck on it. 2016, after Mom had passed in 2015, I replaced all the appliances in the cottage, including the range hood, so that I could put it on VRBO. You know, just basic white, nothing fancy. But here's the funny part. I didn't need to. Everything worked just fine. Nowadays, man, you go replacing anything that's old that works just fine, it's not going to work anymore. Everything's designed to become a piece of shit in like frickin' a year to 6 years. If you even get that. Yesterday, I had to tear apart Michelle's vacuum cleaner that we literally just bought a year ago. But in order to do that, I had to have these special nut drivers, because now they put security screws and nuts and bolts on them so that the average Joe can't get the shit apart to clean it, which causes most people to throw the shit away and go and buy a new one. Also, much like all the vehicles these days that are produced, pretty much all pieces of shit that you get to pay frickin' over 60 grand for nowadays. It's all part of planned obsolescence. Definition: the strategy of deliberately ensuring that the current version of a given product will become out of date or useless within a known time period. Sound a little bit familiar to you? This proactive move guarantees that consumers will seek replacements in the future, thus bolstering demand. Planned obsolescence all started with the frickin' light bulb, man. See, the problem back then was light bulbs just simply didn't burn out, as they do now, if you still have an incandescent bulb. No. Nowadays, they'll even burn out if you have a frickin' LED bulb. They're designed to fail. Everything is designed to fail. It's all because of corporate greed. That's literally all that it is. The LG fridge behind me, you know, the one I paid frickin' basically $1,800 for a few years ago. But yeah, LG was under a class action lawsuit for their compressors that they boasted. Most people, the compressors in these fridges didn't last more than 3 years. Some people got 6, some got a year, some got like 2 months. So yeah, LG's going to be coming out and replacing the compressor in it on their dime. But then what? I still have a $1,790 refrigerator that now I don't have any use for, other than to have a fancy ass garage frickin' fridge. Well, I don't want a fancy ass garage fridge. I think once it gets all whipped back into shape and basically new again, I'm gonna sell it to help recover the $1,800 that I just spent on another fridge that I shouldn't have had to spend, and I shouldn't have had to get another fridge. But then somebody else is going to get a great deal for like $700-800 that I paid double that. Might the compressor fail on them? Yeah, it could. But at that point, LG still has to hold to their commitment, I think. Of course, making this video isn't really going to help me sell the fridge to any of you guys, right? Nonetheless, I prefer being honest over a bullshitter. So I'm just going to straight shoot it and tell you how it is. Thing's a turd. It won't be a turd when it's got a new compressor. But right now it's a turd, and it could very well be a turd in the future. And nobody wants to pay $800 for a turd. Anyways, perfect example of how everything is a complete piece of shit these days. And why people are spending overabundance of money on shit that they shouldn't have to spend. Could I have gotten a basic bitch, white or black or whatever the hell fridge back in the day? Yeah, for like $300 less and way smaller. But I mean, all that's beside the point. Anyways, that's it. Till next time, see ya.